So the first phrase is, well, not phrase. It's actually just the verb oír. Oír, as I was saying a few minutes ago, oír means to hear and to listen. I know that, well, in English you have to hear, to listen. In Spanish, there's something similar, oír or escuchar. Oír, escuchar. So I'm just going to add that here. So, one sec. These two verbs are really similar. So just keep that in mind. If you're wondering what's the difference, well, there isn't much difference or too many differences. So oír, escuchar, they both mean to hear and to listen. I believe escuchar has a more regular conjugation. I'm just gonna double check that. Yeah, so that's a big difference. Escuchar is a regular verb and oír is an irregular verb. Okay, so there's a difference for sure. So let's look at some examples using this verb. Oops. No te oigo bien. No te oigo bien. ¿Puedes hablar más fuerte? No te oigo bien. ¿Puedes hablar más fuerte? This means I can't hear you clearly or I can't hear you at all. Maybe just a little bit. Can you speak up? So this is a great sentence, a very common one. If you want to let the other person know, hey, I can't hear you, can you speak up? So essentially, that's what you're saying. So let's break this down. No means no or don't in some situations, or can't as well, just like it does here. You can say, no puedo oírte bien. And that's also a different way to say the same thing. I can't hear you. But this way is also very commonly said. No te oigo. By the way, when using this verb, you can use reflexive pronouns. So me, te, le, les, okay, nos. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm saying that because this is a reflexive pronoun. No te oigo bien. Oír bien means, like hear clearly, or you can hear someone or something. Okay, when you use the word bien, oír bien, you can hear. Oír mal is the opposite. Okay, so mal is spelled M-A-L. I'm just gonna put it here really quickly. Where can I put it? Let's just put it here. Mal. Mal means, well, it's the opposite of bien. Oír bien, you're listening. Oír mal, you're not listening. You can't hear clearly. Okay. Now, we're saying here no. No te oigo bien. So essentially, you're saying I can't hear you. Okay. I can't hear you. No te oigo bien. You can say yo no te oigo bien, which means yo means I can't hear you clearly, or I can't hear you, but you don't need yo all the time. I always say that for sure. So keep that in mind. Now, puedes, no te oigo bien, I can't hear you clearly, or I can't hear you well enough. Puedes, tú puedes, we don't need tú, but you're essentially saying, can you hablar más fuerte? This whole sentence means speak up. So maybe someone is kind of, I don't know, just speaking very quietly and you want that person to speak up because you can't hear them well. So you can say that. ¿Puedes hablar más fuerte? Can you speak up? So this phrase here, hablar más fuerte, that whole thing means speak up. You can say, for example, to someone, habla más fuerte, speak up, okay? So keep in mind that you might have to conjugate the verb hablar, which means to speak, to talk. So keep that in mind. So if you want to use that particular phrase. Excellent. No te oigo bien. ¿Puedes hablar más fuerte? I can't hear you clearly. Can you speak up? Okay, perfect. So that is a great example using the verb oír, which is at the beginning right here. Okay. Right over here. No te oigo bien. I can't hear you clearly. And in this situation, obviously it means to hear or just hear. If you say, for example, oye esta canción. Okay. Oye esta canción. You're saying in Spanish, listen to this song, or listen to this song, listen this song, just hear the song. So that's what you're saying here. So in this situation, yeah, I mean, it also means to listen, to hear, okay? Okay. Canción, by the way, song, esta, this. And canción is feminine, la canción. You don't need it here, but I just wanted to let you know that it's a feminine noun. Excellent. Now, the next one, the next example. Let's see what we have here. Óyeme, óyeme, te estoy hablando. Óyeme, te estoy hablando. This means listen to me. I'm talking. Another example using oír. And obviously, in this situation, it means listen to me. Or listen to me. Óyeme. Okay, óyeme. And this this can be a bit confusing because we have a reflexive pronoun right here. Okay? You can do that in Spanish. You can add or attach reflexive pronouns after verbs. Okay, so that's a common thing. And in this situation, oye me means listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Essentially, you're saying that. So this is the verb oye. This is the reflexive pronoun me. Oye me. Okay? And also this word right here can be used as an expression to just say, hey, óyeme. And that means, hey, you know, when you want someone to pay attention to you for a second, you can use this expression as well, just by itself. But essentially, it literally means, listen to me. Óyeme. Yo te estoy, I am. I mean, I'm talking. This is, you can say I'm talking in English, right? But if we want to translate everything a bit more accurately, I'm going to add just to you, okay? Because that's what we're saying here. Yo te estoy hablando. I am talking to you, okay? I am talking to you. Oh my God, my underlining is terrible. Yo te estoy hablando. I am talking to you. Yo te estoy. That means I am doing something to someone. In this situation, you're talking to the person. So that's why we have hablando. And obviously, te is another reflexive pronoun that means you. And we don't have yo here. You can say it. Yo te estoy. You don't have to really, but you can say it. Yo te estoy. I am something doing to you, right? Doing something to you, sorry. And again, talking is the verb, the other verb we're using, and that means we're hablando, and that means talking. Sorry about that. Óyeme, te estoy hablando. Listen to me. I'm talking to you, or just I'm talking. That's what this means. Excellent. So remember, oír means to hear, to listen, and that's amazing because it means two different things, and it's a bit easier because you can use one verb for both things, right? So that's pretty cool. And remember, escuchar is another similar verb. For example, you can change this to escuchar. No te escucho. No te escucho bien. It works perfectly fine. And same here. Escúchame. Escúchame. And that means the same thing. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? Oops. Where is it? Excellent. Right here. Right here. Escúchame. And it means the same thing. So that's easy to understand for sure. And it's an accent mark. Escúchame. Escúchame. Escúchame, te estoy hablando. Listen to me. I'm talking to you, or I'm just talking. So it works as well. No te oigo bien. And oye. Óyeme. Oops. Capital O. Excellent. Do you guys have any questions about this?